Bersama, kita temui cara baru untuk hidup, untuk bermain, untuk belajar, untuk bekerja. Bersama, kita bina semula kehidupan yang lebih baik. Peluang lebih cerah. Masyarakat lebih progresif. Ekonomi lebih maju. Ke arah digital Malaysia. Bersama, kita jaga kita. Anak-anak kita. Komuniti kita. Alam semula jadi kita. Malaysia kita. Bersama, menjadikan hidup dan perniagaan lebih mudah demi kesejahteraan Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Welcome to the second session of Reboot by UBC. I'm Daphne Aiking, your moderator for today. Now, Reboot, for those of you who are just joining us, hello, apa khabar semua? Kalau anda tak pasti sebenarnya apa Reboot ni, it is basically an online platform to bring together industry experts to share with you guys out there some insights, tips and tricks, do's and don'ts on how you can elevate your business, alright? Now, for those of you yang tak tahu sebenarnya apa Unified Business Club ni, it is, in a nutshell, a club that helps you to get your market going, connected. It helps to bring productivity as well as efficiency with all these relevant tools that is already available, guys. Mungkin ada yang tak tahu sebenarnya ada all these freebies that are out in the market for you to utilize. Free, percuma, tapi mungkin anda tidak tahu, kurang pasti, and that is the reason why we are having this online forum to help you, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit more about Unified Business Club with our experts, but before that, in our last webinar, we had our 3 winners of the Acer laptop. Make some noise, guys! Woo! Yes! Congratulations dan tahniah kepada City Wellness Pharmacy, Urban Ideas dan Berhad, and last but not least, wah, ni nama sedap ni, Aksara International Silian Berhad. Woo! Tanya. And we are also giving away 3 more Acer laptop today. All you have to do is submit your questions, and if your questions are like A-okay, our team will be choosing them based on just how great your questions are, how relevant they are. But please, jangan lupa untuk letak nama dan juga nama syarikat, ya, because we want to make sure that you guys are legit. At the end of the day, it's still an Acer laptop, kan? Kita nak bagi yang betul-betul perlukan lah, kan? Gitu. Alright, let's move on to our topic for today. Today's session is going to be talking about marketing revival, the digital strategies to 5 times your growth. Bukan 1, bukan 2, tapi 5 kali. Kita akan cuba untuk, I was going to say like direct translation, menumbuh besar, but that's not quite right there. To market it, to expand, to elevate your business, and we'll be talking to our industry experts today. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know that of course the MCO brought about some challenges ramai syarikat-syarikat yang kecil juga, kecil dan sederhana yang memang were very badly affected by the pandemic. But it was not just all bad. There was some good from that pandemic. We always try and see the silver lining to every cloud, right? Kita akan cuba tengok apa yang kebaikan dia. So there's pros and there were cons. But we're going to move forward and see what are the solutions out there for you business owners. So with that, I would like to introduce my panelists for today. We have first and foremost the CEO of GM Infomedia, Sean, in the house.
Hi. Thank you, Daphne.
We've got Jeffri, who is the fleet commander of Engine Mailer, in the house. Hey, Jeffri.
Hello.
And you're all already familiar with Azmi if you've already seen our previous webinar. We've got Azmi in the house, who is the head of Unified SME segment. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mungkin anda boleh ceritakan sedikit, what exactly do you guys do? We'll start off with Sean.
Me. Okay.
Yes.
I basically run a organization, Telecom Malaysia Infomedia. Used to be a publisher for Yellow Pages. If you guys do know Yellow Pages.
I do. That shows how old I am.
But besides publishing for Yellow Pages, we are also a marketing agency that basically helps customers find and make their presence online. Okay, so we have a suite of marketing solutions. They basically helps you grow your presence online.
Okay, and
so
we're going to go into detail.
Yes, I will
with
do
the
that later.
solutions
Correct.
But
yes.
we're talking about what? Like Facebook, Instagram?
It's search marketing, social media marketing, digital advertising, the lots of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And I'm going to ask you some more
Sure.
on that with relevancy of the traditional media and if how it will complement one another.
We'll be glad to.
Jeffri, I know you from Weblight, and now we're talking about Engine Mailer. How is it related, or where's the connection?
Yeah, Weblight is an enterprise digital agency.
Right.
So we do software development and email marketing there as well. But for the enterprises that sends millions of emails every month.
Okay.
Engine Mailer is a cloud service. So it's a software as a service that allows anyone to go, you can go to enginemailer.com, sign up for an account, and actually start doing your own marketing on the fly. Right? It helps businesses out there in terms of how you can manage your database, your consumer data, and how you can effectively use email to actually engage with your consumers.
And that's interesting because I'm a traditionalist. So I've got traditionalist tapi ada modern sikit pakai email ya. But, you know, I always thought with this day and age, it's now all about going digital in terms of Facebook and Instagram, YouTube for some. But email, is it still relevant?
So to put that into context, I think where Sean comes in as well, digital marketing is broad, right? There's always the awareness phase, which is what social media marketing, search engine optimization is all about. Then you funnel them into conversions. One would simply come to your website if they're interested in your product, once they find out about you. Then what happens after that? You ask your consumers for their data. Why? So that you can engage with them. So email falls in the segment where it's more targeted, it's not mass anymore. Okay. So you're trying to send the right content to the right consumer at the right time. I think that's what we're trying to address here.
And I'm also going to ask you some tips later on and how do you manage that, one, and two, when is too much or too little?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And of course, Azmi, you're here because you are bringing these two gentlemen to the platform to help the SMEs.
Yes.
Talk us through about why these two and how it will benefit our SMEs out there.
Well, it's Reboot 2.0.
Yeah.
So based on what was shared earlier on, it has to be beyond connectivity for the SMEs. So besides our core offering, we believe that it's our responsibility to put all the solutions together to assist the SMEs to grow moving forward.
And before we actually introduce those solutions, which I know Ramai out there is dying to find out how you can expand your business, not one, not two, but 5 times. We've got our industry experts here. Let's just backtrack a bit and just pick your brains. And how did the MCO, in your point of view, how did it affect market and the business, or especially to clientele that you have, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, one fact that you cannot deny is everybody is going online. Okay, so if you're not online, I think you're at a disadvantage because your customers are online, your customer looking for you online, your competitors are online. So I think for a fact that you need to get your presence online. But what we also notice is a lot of SME out there are already online, but some are doing it right, some are not. Okay, our role is to help them to get it right. Digital is a broad context, like what Jeffri had mentioned. There are so many digital marketing solutions out there. All right, each of it has its own role, but without understanding that role, a lot of businesses get into it, and when the result doesn't come according to what they want, they get disappointed. They think that it might not be effective for me, it's not right for me.
Or maybe they just use one platform and they said it didn't work for him or her. And then, tak nak lah digital, buat masak I je lah.
For example, if everybody is on IG, I should be on IG, but perhaps your product and services are not relevant in the IG platform.
Yeah.
So you need to know what kind of business you're in, who you're targeting, why they're buying your products, and then choose the right platform to reach out to them. Right? And at the end of it, you need to know what is your end goal. Do you want more awareness? Do you want more conversion? And at the end of it, do you want more sales?
Okay.
Right? Each of it has its own place in a plan, so to speak. Right.
Your thoughts, Jeffri? I mean, how did the MCO affect?
Yeah, so one thing that's
and you
very...
actually,
yeah,
how did it affect you guys?
Yeah, so for us, we're good. We are in the online business. So
Online, perfect,
the business is online, and in the engine miller business, I don't really need to meet the customers anymore. So people come to our website and everything is done electronically. That's what happens. But one thing for sure is I think the MCO has accelerated the digital adoption of SMEs. Actually, most companies, including
The transformation was just like overnight pump.
Including large firms, right? Which one very obvious thing that we see is, you've got all these security requirements. You can't go cloud and data privacy. But even large companies are going to platforms like 365 and the cloud, because that's where the industry is headed. But back to where the SMEs are doing. Definitely see a lot of traction. So everybody is trying to get online and do something. But as to whether or not they're doing it correctly, that is something very debatable, right? So there's always the art and science behind digital marketing, right? You might have the art of running Facebook or knowing how to build a website or knowing how to do emails. But I think the science part is where you put it all together.
Correct.
And how will that bring value to your business? So that is a part I think
It sounds difficult, though. No?
It does.
Yeah.
It does sound a little
Yeah.
bit raw. Banyak jargon sih, banyak
Yeah.
perkataan ni macam confusing. But don't worry, I think
Yeah.
some of you out there want to find out how. What exactly yang ada dekat market ni to help you elevate your business for free, for free. Azmi, would you like to add on to, I'm sure internet, I was one of those who subscribed straight away to a higher
Okay,
internet.
so what was very obvious was the usage pattern of our users.
Yep.
Those who are already on board would use even more than how they would use it before. And unfortunately, there were those who were interested to sign up, but over the MCO period, we couldn't do installation. So one had to wait and basically survive with whatever data plan that they have with the mobile phones. So that's one, get connected. But the challenges that we also experienced from the feedback from the customers is they were not doing enough shout out for their businesses. So if we were to localize the business, like for example, a lady who's running a florist, a barber shop, somebody who bakes, they might have their following, but it's a small circle, right? It's a small group.
How do you now expand it?
How do you now inform the rest of the community that you exist and you have a service to offer? Then how do you pull back customers to come back? So we actually had an engagement with a florist. They know that I buy flowers once a year, but because they know me better, then they would see, Hari Raya is coming. Wouldn't you want to buy a bunch? Year end, is it your anniversary? So
or like in previous years, you bought your wife anniversary flowers. Like, hey, put that in the data. Remind us, maybe you forgot.
So the combination of the solutions that Sean and Jeff puts on the table really helps their SMEs to grow, because at the end of the day, it's all about knowing your customer and how well you manage them.
Yeah.
That's really, really vital, and I couldn't agree more. And that's the reason why we're here today to discuss this. Macam mana kita boleh just elevate your business 5 times with these digital strategies, which you are going to tell us a little bit more right now. How can these SMEs use your services to improve their business? What are the options out there? Not just yours, but the options out there in the market.
I think the great thing about being digital is, like you said, the options are plentiful out there. You know,
Yeah.
there's no one single platform that does everything for you. It's all like a trial and error. You need to do a few things. You know, get it going, measure it, understand it. You know, then you will know what works for you. I would recommend that, you know, for any other businesses, you need to get your presence out there, whether it's your brand, your product and services. Use social media marketing, use search marketing. This is where you create that demand.
Is it expensive, Sean?
No, actually it's not. Actually, a lot of people think going digital is expensive, but actually it's not. It's definitely much cheaper than putting an ad in a paper and waiting for customers to come and knock your door. At least with digital marketing, everything is measurable, it's scalable.
And it's more interactive.
It's definitely more
if
interactive.
you see it on the newspaper, you can't really say, okay, tekan.
Yep.
Correct. For example, Facebook marketing, you know, usually we recommend a campaign to have 2 or 3 visual. If you know that one visual is not working immediately that well in terms of click-through rate, change it. And then you will see that different pattern coming in.
Yeah, and that's why those insights that you have with all these social media actually helps you use it, use those tools.
And I think that's the benefits of having digital, because you got the analytics behind it.
Right,
you will know how to react quickly and immediately. Unlike traditional media, which I won't say it's not good, it serves a very different purposes.
Okay, so it's not completely membuang masalah nak pakai traditional
I mean,
ads.
if you want big brand presence, of course, traditional media has that reach. But if you want a really targeted audience that suits your business, go digital. Okay, that's where you get your bang for the buck, for money.
And again, it's cheap. It's free. It's free.
It's
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
It's almost, you know. But of course, if you pay a little bit more, you get sharper insights, you get better target audience, you know, you get better results, you know. Of course, nothing comes free, but you know, but if you willing to spend a little bit more, you will see your results, and it's not expensive.
But that's just it. Some business owners out there, and I've heard from these sellers, kan, they say kita dah letak dekat Instagram Dev, kita dah letak dekat Facebook, tapi tak ada sale pun.
I mean, depending on what they letak lah. Depending on what letak. I mean, there's like what Jeffri said, there's an art to it. A lot of people put Facebook ads, but there's always multiple messaging they're trying to say, you know. You want to say that my curry puff is the best, my curry puff got studied, my curry puff got different colors, but frankly, you just want people to know you sell curry puff, right?
I think that's what now our audience wants to know. I want a fast way to get people to notice my brand. What would you say to them? I mean, what is the secret, and how can Engine Mailer, for instance, complete that?
Let me try to break this myth, right?
Okay.
People say that email marketing, the moment you put it there, it's going to make magic happen, right?
Okay.
It's not, right? It's actually a very easy process that one needs to follow. Amongst the SMEs, what we realize in running platforms, many still believe that I want to go and buy that list of emails and I'll load it into the system and I send it out. So
You mean that there's actually a service
yeah,
that does
it's illegal, by the way. Yeah?
Oh,
Don't
it's
do
illegal,
it, right?
okay.
Don't do it.
Don't
It's
go
against
down that road.
MCMC, right? So, but that's the view, because you need to start
Somewhere.
with email addresses, right? Failing which you can't reach out to them. So all these forms of digital advertising that you do, it funnels. The key is to get your customers' data,
Correct.
so that you can engage with them. So start. I mean, it's very easy with Engine Mailer. You can sign up for a free account,
Okay.
right? And every time you get a customer coming to your shop or to your stall or buying from an online store, it's just a process of consolidating all this into one platform that you can reuse to market your products.
All you need is an email address.
Email address, right? So how then do you use this email to reach out to them? There are multiple ways. All of us have emails. All of us receive all these promotions from all these brands that you sign up for or your competitors, right? So look at it. So you get promotions coming to your email. You get receipts coming to your email. You get reminders. For example, your payment is due or your subscription is coming to your emails. Or as simple as, you know, Valentine's Day coming up, you know.
Greetings,
Flowers, you know, I've got all these bouquets that are ready-made for the occasion. So I guess it's understanding your customers, having their details, and using the right medium to reach out to them. I'm not saying don't reach out to them on social media, because once you know what their profile is like, you can use social to reach
It
out
has
to
to
them.
complement one another.
Yeah, so it's just having that balance as to, so it's a lot of experimenting that needs to be done. But these are all very easy. Again, just to answer Azmi's question, right? how businesses used to run is it's very expensive to run a program. Today in the digital world, it's free. What you're investing is your time, your effort. Right? So if you wanted to know how to run Facebook ads or you wanted to learn how to do email marketing, you just go to Google, content is there. So try it, right? And
okay, but those yang tak ada masa untuk trial and error because MCO has, it was like the business just went down and now they really need to recover soon. Give us some insights on what works.
Yeah, so with the SMEs in Malaysian context, I realized that although the platforms are there, it's not the platform issue, it's the hand-holding and the guidance, right? It might be a very simple thing as sign up and click on a button, but they don't takut.
Kenapa ya?
It's just a perception. It's like my mom and dad, before my dad started using the computer, it's like, oh, should I press this button? Till today, my mom refused to press that button, right?
So, it's just a fear.
Yeah, it's a fear. So that same phenomenon is being translated to where we are today. So what we do to address that problem, or even for UBC consumers, is we have a dedicated WhatsApp line. Right? So it's simple to reach out to one of our customer success team and they will then tell you, it's okay, do it, this is what you need to do. So there's a lot of teaching that goes along the way, so it's not so much the technology, but the know-how that needs to be translated to the SME.
And I think more and more platforms are making it more user-friendly. It's not like crazy, you have to upload this and upload that, you know, or you don't have the means of a camera right now.
So another example to give you how emails are being used today, say you sign up for Engine Mailer, we have a series of emails that we've programmed into the system. So day one is like, oh, thank you, Daphne, for signing up, right? Day one is, let's start with building your database. So these are some good guidance and we point you to...
So it's a template per se that is already there and you can sort of customize it for your business.
Yes, so you can run automation for your business. But don't look at SMEs, right? Even take huge companies today, you fill up an online form, you don't even get a thank you note to begin with.
That's true.
Right? And as a consumer, you're like, oh, did the form work? Did it go through? Right? So, but these are very simple things that cost nothing. And very you can implement it very easily. So these are the things that we are trying to educate SMEs to improve and adopt.
Okay, Azmi, anything you want to add on to
no,
that?
I think it's our responsibility to make this happen. Hence, whilst they're already connected, it's our strategic partners that will assist us in their next step forward. So whether it's creating awareness, whether it's creating a funnel, whether it allows them to engage with the customers better. We are not going to say we are expert in these areas, but with our strategic partners, we believe that we are able to address key business areas that will help the SMEs to move forward.
What are some of the tips that you can perhaps share, maybe in terms of not digital solutions, but like, for instance, like in email? I'm one of those that will click on because I'll straight away read the headliner and I'm like, okay, 50% off because you're going on a school holiday. And I'm like, tak pergi school holiday, tak pergi mana-mana pun, I click only. Because that just sort of, you know, what are the tips in getting that to attract them? What should be any tips that you can give our SMEs out there in using those right words, attracting with the right pictures or videos? What is it?
I think it's how attractive your offers are at the end of the day, right?
Okay.
So putting something free on social media definitely attracts, 50% off. But on emails, on hindsight, think of it the other way because there are so many emails sent. I mean, statistically, I think a day there are over 320 billion emails sent today, a day, globally. So anti-spams are very smart. The moment you put free, those are words. It goes to your junk box.
It goes to the spam or the junk box.
So the key to proper email marketing, it starts from the subject line.
Which is?
Personalization.
Let's say florist.
Yeah, florist. Daphne, flowers for you. Right? Not flowers for you at 50%. So how you attract them at the subject line. And the message today, if you look at newsletters, is very simple. The days where it's heavy graphics, it doesn't work because it takes too long to load. It doesn't load properly on your mobile phone.
Correct.
So keep the message simple and a very clear action, a call to action. So like you, I want you to click.
Yeah.
Right? So that has to be very prominent, right?
Okay.
And ultimately, it's all about responsible marketing. So in email, you have your unsubscribe link. So if you are sending someone too many messages, you give them the option to actually opt out. And these things are automated as part of the process, right? So that would be my recommendation. Keep it personalized keep it straight to the point, right? And it's it, send people messages that are relevant to them. Don't overdo
So
it.
if I may jump in, we do that ourselves
Yeah.
as a business.
Yeah.
So the guiding principle is, if it's happy news, share.
Nice.
If it's happy news, share. But if it's a sales pitch, you know, make sure that there are intervals.
Okay.
So-
Janganlah all the way sale.
You know, so
then.
yeah. So we hence it's all about customer management, right? And as for the SMEs themselves, they need to put themselves in a position where they are the consumers. What do you want to hear? What do you want to see? What do you want to read? What attracts you? So the keywords are very important. So I think there's three basic rules, if I may say. You know, what's the headline? What do you want? What's the first few words that you want to read? What are the first visual that you want to see? So for this session, do you want to look at Sean first or you? What's the main visual play? Then, of course, what's the call to action?
Right.
Three things. 1, 2, 3.
And you'll be surprised that a lot of people take all this for granted.
Exactly. And they pack. And they pack all kinds of information, all
And
kinds
that's
of
why it's
visual.
again back to KISS. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because to them, all I want is sales. So I'm paying for this medium, I'll pack as much as possible in. By the end of it, they don't realize that it get lost.
Yeah.
The messages, it's not focused enough. Even the visual is important, Perhaps you might have misused a different visual that doesn't attract your consumers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of small, tiny details that is actually there, but people just don't realize.
And again, go back to tools yang memang sedia ada, macam the insights that you have. For instance, we're going smaller scale again because we're talking to our SMEs out there. Misal kata your Instagram stories, you can sort of swipe up and you can see the insights. How many people will unfollow?
Sure.
Or how many people will like skip or go back or skip your page altogether? Will that also happen for emails? Let's say if people unsubscribe, is there for them to check?
So definitely in digital marketing,
Yeah.
everything is tracked. Everything, right?
That's good, because then we know.
Yeah, so
That's how you measure,
from a search engine standpoint, you know what are the words people are searching for. Maybe flowers, red flowers.
How do we go there?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
How do I
Yeah.
know what will work?
Okay, so I think for that, maybe I'll let Sean
Okay.
answer the question.
Okay. Search marketing is basically the process of driving quality traffic to somewhere, whether it's your landing page or whether it's your website. There's two forms of it. One is free, where you just play around with certain keywords, and hopefully, you get some organic. But of course, the fastest way to do it, to get your ranking, to get people to actually see you, is actually via search paid marketing. Okay, and to do that,
And that's where you see where there's a bit of an ad. And then
correct,
definitely Icon
correct.
Forest.
Even that also there's an art to it, right? Because there are so many people that are bidding for the same keywords. You need to be very focused. What's your headline? What are the trending keywords? And one tip that I will give is a lot of people focus on the positive keyword that they want to buy.
Meaning?
Okay,
Macam?
which means that I sell florists. I'll say I want flowers and whatnot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people miss out the optimization of the negative keyword, which means you have to tell Google to say, these are the negative keywords that I don't want. For example, florist, let's say the florist is in Taman Tun.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, but if you tell Google that, hey, I don't want search that comes up other places beyond Taman Tun. If not, when people search florist, you'll come up with Taman Tun, you'll come up with Damansara Perdana.
okay.
You have to say that, no, I don't want all this. So you basically sharpen
filtering it lah.
Correct, you basically have to sharpen it. So a lot of people focuses on the positive keyword, but not on the negative. So you got to balance it both so that, at the end of it, your costs are actually much better. If not, everybody will be bidding for the same keyword and be paying more and more and more.
Sorry,
and more.
Sean. Can Yellow Pages play a role here?
This is where we come into play. We have a team of experienced campaign managers.
Okay.
They can take your brief. We will design a program for you. We will talk to you. We will evaluate all the keywords and we'll give you periodical reports. At the end of it, don't worry. Tell us what you need in terms of reaching out to customers. We will be there to help you.
Okay. Because at the end of the day, I think as we spoke about this in our last webinar, it's about people, they just don't know where to start.
Yep.
How do they start? okay, you kata free semua, all these things are available, but okay, but there's too many, which one do I go to? What's your advice on that? Or, gentlemen, you guys can also help.
Yeah.
Where do they go? Like someone's completely clueless, the makcik kia out there.
I think that's something that we are all trying to address here. But I think to the SMEs out there, you've got to realize that in today's world, if you wanted a website, those gone are the days that you have to go and see a web developer and spend 20,000, 30,000 and wait 3-4 months. Gone. Just go to an online site. There's so many, just DIY, and within a day or two, you have your website. And these digital assets, properties that you have, you can't view it as I build it once, it's going to be there. You've got to constantly improve it, put content on it, optimize the search engine, optimize the registration.
So kena rajin juga lah.
Yeah, so
just
it's hard work. It's hard work, but it's readily available. So if you wanted to run email marketing today for your company, you know, just go online. There's so many services. So ultimately, the service is all the same, but who are you comfortable working with to achieve that results for you? So there's a platform and there's the services.
I think what is scary is, alamak, I have to start from scratch. Maybe I'm not very good at copywriting, but you do have like a template and you just customize it, or how does it work?
Yeah, so I think if you templates are there in the system.
Okay.
So if you are sending a birthday message or a promotion message, you want a picture on top and text.
Yeah.
So you can easily select these templates. And as far as what words to put there, I think if you don't know what you want to write, just go to Google, templates, and you'll get all these answers. So the answers are right in front of you, right? So you don't really need to look far to get certain things done.
Yeah, I think
So,
I mean, technology is there. Just to touch on what Jeffri mentioned about website.
Yeah.
We do provide a website creation solution where you basically create a website in less than 7 minutes. It's called InstaWeb. All right. So
that's the InstaWeb that I read about. Okay.
Exactly. So gone are the days that you pay tens and tens of thousands of ringgit to developers to create a website that takes a couple of days. Here, as long as you have a social media account, namely Facebook, you can create a website in less than 7 minutes. As simple as that. And there's templates for you to choose.
How does it look and feel though?
Oh, well, there's a few templates for you to choose.
Okay.
So depending on what you're selling, what are the audience you want to reach out to, it's as simple as that. And you pay a very, very low subscription fee for us to help you maintain it.
I think if the business wants to move forward, they will constantly look at where do they source for, products or even supplies. I think it's very important that they put aside some time to do some background check on the things that they need to do. So my suggestion is very simple. With UBC, we have a lot of partners, strategic partners with us. Put aside some time, explore UBC and the various solutions that comes with it, and you will be surprised of how simple it is to adopt those solutions.
How do we go in to be a member of QBC?
Well, if you are already a Unify subscriber, all you have to do is activate the account because it's open to all Unify subscribers.
I see.
So that's one.
Right.
Second, our partners here, like what you said earlier, 10,000 email marketing on a monthly basis. That comes free for all our UBC members. And Sean has kindly enough to offer 20% discount to all the products and services under his portfolio. So a lot to explore.
And all you have to do is, again, subscribe to being a Unify Business Club member. As simple as that, right? I guess that's part of your Let's Grow Together proposition, and that's how UBC comes in, or your department comes in. Okay, now we've got some Q&As from our folks. Okay, and we're going to ask these questions to our panelists right now. I think the first question is, and anyone can take this question, all right? A lot of digital marketing, e-commerce platforms are focused on products. How do services focus or subscription-based business utilize digital marketing for growth? This is from Ryan Chua, Wealthy Wise Training and Consultancy. So because a lot of them are products, how about those yang subscriber-based ataupun yang services? How do you...
I'll attempt to answer that.
Okay.
Well, I guess you got to separate between digital marketing and e-commerce platform. But I think because he put it together, and I think you got to separate it out. If you separate it out, you realize that with digital marketing, regardless of whether you sell services, subscription services, even product, there are tools and platforms for you to get out there.
Okay.
All right. Of course,
Like what? Like what tools?
search marketing, for you to find a customer, Facebook marketing for you to
Okay.
have targeted ad, email marketing to create the relationship, content marketing to create content, viral stuff like that. Marketplace, of course, most marketplace are basically product-centric.
Yeah.
All right. But there is also a gap where you see UBC coming in where we actually give you solution in services, not just products.
Yeah.
All right. So there's already available platform out there to help you.
Okay.
Yeah. So to answer his question, you got to kind of detach digital marketing and e-commerce platform.
Sean, if I may, my favorite example, I'm a tennis coach, so I provide a service. How can Yellow Pages help me?
Well, first of all, engage us. We will help you engage us. That's the simplest way. We will, of course, list you as a tennis coach, in places like Yellow Pages. If you subscribe to our search and also Facebook marketing, we will help you create the funnel. We will look for people that want tennis lesson. We will help you drill down where are you operating it from.
Great.
Clubs and whatnot.
Yep.
And from there on, you will have a list of all potential database. Right. And next on, I'll probably say that where Jeffri can come over and say that, hey, you have all this database, now it's my turn to engage them. Talk to them.
And just to clarify, we're not talking about Yellow Pages, the buku, Yellow Pages. Now we're all online already.
Yes,
kan?
of course. Yes, of
just
course.
in case you're still stuck in the 80s, like
yes,
your shoes.
yes. Those are relics right now. Relics. Those are relics now. Yeah, we've all gone online, so it's much better experience.
Right.
So to find a business location, there's Google Maps, stuff like that. So you don't have to really search for it.
Pening kepala or-
Pening kepala, don't need. So
And just, feel free to answer away with this.
Let me try to address that from a subscription-based services model, right? So Engine Mailer is a subscription-based service, right? So what it means that you come online and you pay me monthly.
Yeah.
So how do we use emails to actually promote that service? So go back to the drawing board. How do you engage with your audience? How are you helping them solve their problems, right? So the first engagement that we do is from an education series. So we write blogs, one blog every week.
Yeah.
So every time there's a blog article on best practices or market trends, we actually email it out to our audience to educate them. So that's one way to engage.
And that's an added value.
Yeah. So I mean, you need to be educated in order for you to use my service. So the more you are educated, the more likelihood you are to pay for my service, right?
Yeah.
So that's one. Second one is to send them things that are relevant to them. For example, if I give you a 10,000 per month limit of free emails, by the time you're reaching your limit, I'll send you a notification. This is coming up, right? I also send you emails whenever you do transactions with me. You get your invoices, you get your bills, you get your statements, you get your notifications.
You're always informed.
So always find ways to send content that will be beneficial to your audience. I think that's
All about
it.
giving you value,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, second question. What kind of digital, this is a good question. What kind of digital loyalty program would you recommend to retain customers and to generate repeat orders, gentlemen?
So this is a very heavy topic.
I'm looking at you now.
It goes into the whole CRM area,
Yeah.
right? But let's scale it down.
Yes.
Without going to CRM, the most basic thing is to know your customer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so let's get past the stage where you're still writing your customer's name on their logbook. Let's try to address
Like
that
me,
first,
yeah.
right? So digitize that, or even moving from Excel sheets over to a more structured system.
And they have that.
Yeah, I mean, even Engine Mailer comes with a database that you can create these fields, your name, your telephone number, your email, and start storing them digitally. Then you figure out how to use these names to actually engage whichever medium that you want. And the platforms that are out there today are all connected in a way. So if you run a proper email marketing service, it has APIs for you to sync up to, say, whichever platforms that you want to connect to.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of CRM systems that are available out there, not very expensive.
Okay.
But I think this is one level further. So once you graduate from the basics, then this is an intermediate issue to talk about, right?
Right.
So what exactly is the problem we're trying to solve? There are solutions out there.
Correct.
That's what
I totally agree.
Yeah.
It's a step-by-step kind of process, right? Get the funnel going, build up the database. Next step, the CRM, the loyalty all comes in. And like what Jeffri said, there are so many solutions out there that are affordable. for you to go try it out.
Yeah. So start with a database. If your database consists of 20 people, fine, it's still manageable. But
Yeah.
at some point, it's going to be 20,000 people.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you say, oh no, this database doesn't suit me anymore because I want to do this targeting and that targeting. So at that point,
Yeah.
then you look for something that will suit your needs. But always start with the basics. That would be my advice.
You have to invest.
I love the question because I feel like I've got a joker in my hand. So UBC will be introducing via a strategic partner something exactly that will address that. So we understand, as far as SME is concerned, it's all about managing the sales numbers, the top line. But key, and I think the two gentlemen has already clearly mentioned, it's very important that we collect data sets.
Yeah.
So a first visit doesn't mean the first sales.
That's right.
But we need to acknowledge that visit. We need to invite people for a second visit. We need to acknowledge people that they did a first purchase, and we need to entice them for a second purchase.
Correct.
We need to entice the person who purchased to share that experience with somebody else. So stay on this page. UBC moving forward will also be sharing a solution that will address exactly this issue.
Great, this is great. And yes, please do log on to, do sign up for all their Instagram, social media pages for all these updates with regards to Unified Business Club. Third question over here is, what is the best and most cost-effective strategy for beginners like me who want to use digital marketing as a tool to improve the number of customers? This is from Kumar Resan Manohar, from MS Hari Enterprise. What is the best beginner, like kau kosong, zero knowledge? Actually, I had mentioned this earlier on, but yes, just to reiterate.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said earlier, best way, go into it. Start with search and social media marketing.
Okay.
Okay, because I think it's affordable out there. It's scalable. It's a try and error process where you are able to learn along the way, and it doesn't burn a hole in your pocket.
That's true.
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere.
Correct. So again, talk to us. We can help. It's almost free. Yes.
It's almost free.
Almost free. I like that.
It's almost free.
Almost free.
Yes. Talk to us.
And again, guys, utilize what the government is giving us. There's subsidies out there. So again, the information is all there. Head down over to Unified Business Club to find out more.
Yeah.
Last question that I've got here. It's the last one, yeah? No more? Tak ada lagi kan? All right, we've got a question from Z from Zila.com. This is specifically for you, Jeffrey.
Hello.
Is email marketing still relevant as trend nowadays? People are using free messaging apps like FB Messenger or WhatsApp to engage with their customers. Your thoughts?
So I think to answer this question, when you do digital marketing, you've got to look at it from an end-to-end standpoint.
Yes.
There is no saying that email is the only tool or Facebook is the only tool.
True.
So you must understand. So from an awareness standpoint, where Sean comes, maybe yes, Facebook is a lot better than emails because you reach out to a wider audience to promote your service in general. Email comes in at a very targeted stage once you already know your customer.
Yep.
Right.
So if you use it properly, so back to where we started, if you're buying a database and you're sending it out, hopefully that to reach to blast your awareness out there, it's going to backfire on you because people are going to say, hey, why are why are you sending me this? Where do you get my data? You get all sorts of complaints.
Yep.
So use the right channels
Yep.
to do the right things. And email comes in at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, at the end. So statistically, if you look at email, it still generates like 4,200% of revenue, return of investment, right? So if you send the right content to the right person, there's a high likelihood someone like Daphne will click on the button.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely.
So it all goes back to that.
And I think it's great
Yeah,
because if you do go on to his company profile, actually I went through Weblight, and you have all these blogs that you have, all these really, really insightful information on what works, what are the words that will be able to sell your business better. Those are just valuable, free insights that you can get when you join this team or partner up with them, all right? Perhaps any more advice or tips that you can give to our viewers at home on how they can elevate their business even more using just digital?
Well,
Actually, no, before I go into that, I think another concern that we have, I think he mentioned it briefly, you said it just takes a bit of investment, is we actually have grants out there that can be utilized, and all of you guys are, it's all part of that ecosystem that we have. I don't know who wants to take on this question,
Jeff,
but
all yours.
Jeff, all yours?
Okay. I'm not the one giving the grants. Okay,
it's not him. But yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, for UBC members,
Right.
we have certain deals that we put in place with the team. Number one, we give everyone a free forever account. So for email marketing, you can go to enginemailer.com, sign up for a free account, and you can send up to 10,000 emails a month free forever.
Wow.
Right, so I mean the whole idea is to address the gap of the SMEs.
Yeah.
So the moment you send more than 10,000, then you go up to the paid plan. And again, when you go to a paid plan for UBC members, you will automatically enjoy 10% off the list prices that we have on the cloud.
Yep.
So that's one of the promotions that we are running. Secondly, grants, right? So we have also been appointed a TSP, a technology service provider,
Okay.
by MDEC for assisting grants by the government. And we have a yearly package which is worth 12,000 ringgit.
Okay.
Now you get 5,000 off,
Okay.
subsidized by the government. And on top of that, for UBC members, you get an additional 500 off. So
Wow.
you're actually getting a lot, right? So again,
more.
yeah, there's two spectrums here. Number one, people that are willing to do it yourself. And this plan is catered for companies that you want us to help. You want us to clean your data for you. You want us to design your templates for you. You want us to send it for you.
So tak payah pening kepala dah. You
tak
guys
payah.
will do it lah.
We'll do it. And what we will also do at the end of the 12-month period, we'll make sure that we train you up so that next
that's
year
important.
onwards, you can do it yourself. I don't want to perpetually do it for you. So the
Yeah.
idea is to hold your hands
Yeah.
and
And
guide you
sometimes it's
through this
faster
journey.
once you know the system, you know
Exactly.
how to get your visuals in, etc.
Yep.
It's much faster
Yeah.
than depending on someone else,
Correct.
a third party, to
Correct.
do it.
So that's one of the programs that we put together
Awesome.
in conjunction with
Super.
UBC.
Yep.
Good
Great.
stuff.
Yeah.
And you're also giving your 20%,
I'm giving 20%.
which is a lot by you,
Which
huh?
is a lot. Which is a lot. Which is a lot.
And how do they apply? Is it through UBC or they have to go through you? Or what, how macam mana nak
Okay,
kalau dia-
I think what will happen is there is shout-outs
Yes.
that will be
Okay.
done by UBC soon. So look out for that newsletter.
All right.
Just click on the newsletter and you will, like everyone else, we'll have our landing page that talks you through the process and the grant application.
Okay.
And it's just a form that you fill up online and one of our team members will get in touch.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay then. All right, so going back to our conclusion, any more final tips, tricks, do's and don'ts in making your market just fly?
For me, you need to be online. I think that's the first advice. You know, no matter what you do, what you sell, you know, what you intend to do in the future, you need to be online. I think that's where your customer is. Don't be afraid of the journey. You know, it's not as complicated as what people might think about. You can do it yourself, or easier way, talk to us. Join the UBC member. You know, you have a lot of resources out there. Talk to us, and we will help you. You know, but at the end of it, you know, it's a journey that. It's a journey, you know. It's not a one-day shortcut. You know, we will help you, hold your hand, do it, you know, and you will see your results. We guarantee it.
He guarantees it. Jeffri.
It's similar to what Sean has just said. I think this digital journey is inevitable. You have to go
You
through
have
it.
to.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
So it's not an option. Yeah. So we have to start somewhere. Don't be afraid. Just go up there. The partners within UBC itself, I think there are a whole host of solutions that you can choose from, and give it a go. Right? Give it a go, because that's the starting point. A lot of people don't take this first step.
Correct.
Right? The moment you start, you'll have questions, and once you have those questions, we are here to actually help you address those gaps. I mean, so just start.
And if I might add, a lot of the businesses I talk to, one of the usual comments I get is, "Oh, business like kecil, you know, tak payah go digital." I think that's the first
How do you
barrier.
change? How do you change? How do you change the mindset then?
Oh, well, I guess listening to us, you know, hearing testimonials from the same fellow, Machikia, it helps. You know, I think getting that education out, you know, is key. And I think that's where people like me is doing a great job, because they are telling people that, look, there are resources here for you to actually try it out. Jangan takut.
Jangan takut.
Being small doesn't mean that, you know, you cannot grow. Right?
Azmi, do you have any success stories? I mean, on your top of your head, like, you know, how they were first takut nak go digital, tapi in the end, when they made that first step, whoa.
Put it this way, there are still businesses out there who are just relying on a phone line as we speak. Okay?
Really, at this day and age?
Day and age. They've got nothing else from Unify or from Telecom Malaysia but a fixed line. We have migrated thousands of these businesses so that there's at least connectivity. And that's just the first step. I totally agree with Sean. Take that first step and explore. You'll make mistakes like all of us.
Yeah, it's all
but
trial
if
and
you don't start, you never know. Worse still, you'll be left behind.
When your competitor goes online.
So when we believe on our tagline, let's grow together. It is not lip service. It's real. We believe in it, and we're not going to say we're expert in all areas. Hence, this is not the last webinar.
Yeah.
We'll be having more after this because we have other strategic partners that are specialists in their areas. Take that first step. Make that bold move.
Going to that first step, Jeffri or even Sean can add on to this. What would that first step be? Where do I go?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought the Facebook, I thought the Instagram. Or maybe I have a Facebook and Instagram and it's very basic. Okay.
Do a Daphne. Click the button.
Yeah.
Click the button.
Yeah.
Click on UBC punya button and then they will figure it out for you. Senang gitu.
Go through that journey. Go through that journey. Yeah.
Go through that journey and just do it.
Learn from that.
All right, thank you guys once again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to be part of the UBC community, all you have to do is to sign up now. Sekarang juga, call of action, sekarang, sign up now. And you would be standing a chance to win 5,000 ringgit worth of Shopee vouchers. Banyak tu, 5,000 tu. Don't waste this opportunity, okay? So more great things happening as we had mentioned. Be on the lookout for UBC's website, Facebook, as well as all the other social media pages, Instagram too. And a reminder to all you out there also, please mark your calendar because there'll be the live chat Sembang Business 3.0 featuring Fazrina Aziz, founder of Modest Wear, Tudung People, and Faz Adhili, founder of Bike Retail Store. Ooh, bike. Sounds something that I want to need. See me on my bicycle. Plan A with topic Buatan Malaysia. Why choose local? We must choose local, guys. Let's help our economy first. I think that's one thing that I want to keep on putting out there, the message. It'll be on air on the 9 p.m., 28th August 2020 via UBC Facebook and Instagram Live, okay? Again, if you missed all that, we will put this on our caption and again, follow our updates on all our social media pages on Unify Business Community, okay? Well, with that, guys, we are going to be signing off. Once again, thank you, gentlemen. My name is Daphne Iking, and it's been a pleasure moderating this session of the webinar Reboot by UBC.
Thank you.